How's it going, guys? As the title reads, new vehicle and new driver that's going to be, I guess, hopefully for 2021, maybe, will be, I guess you could say joining the team for this year just for, at one derby. So the plan with this car is just specifically to derby it. If the guy wants to race it, he can, but it depends. We still got a lot of talking to do. So I'll give you the story on this car and then the story on the guy in which this car is bought for and the story of everything. So this is a 1999 Chevy Malibu. Again, I bought this from my friend Lee. If you don't know who Lee is, which most people don't, he is the one who I bought the Geo from, the candy corn car. So I bought that from Lee a few years ago. When he gave me that car, he had bought a Honda and he blew the motor up in that one pretty much instantly, and then he bought this car. So I was actually at his parents' place a few weeks ago looking at a Jeep for my girlfriend when I saw this was sitting there, and I kind of asked questions about it. And I guess he, with Lee, with how he buys his vehicles and stuff, is he buys, a lower end type of vehicle, just something he can get him by. And when something kind of more serious happens to it, he just says screw it. Like that one, the rear suspension was broke on it, and a whole bunch of the interior was all just destroyed. And he's like, I'm done with it. This one, he had brake line issues and master cylinder issues and a bunch of stuff, and he's just like, screw it, I'm done with it. So, got it from Lee again. It's, I think, 260 some thousand miles on it. I don't know. I believe, I haven't checked, but I'm pretty sure Malibus have the aluminum suspension, which isn't good, but for what this is going to be used for, it doesn't matter. I checked underneath. I'm not going to get down because it's snowing, but I checked underneath. The frame's alright. It's rusty, but there's no holes. The bottom floor pans, there's a couple spots that are weak, but they're not holes yet. And then I really haven't checked up front at all. I honestly didn't really look much at this car when I bought it. I just saw the one side of it. I'm like, well, let me make a deal with you if you want to do a deal again. And he's like, yep. And I actually got the battery with it too. So, I mean, that side is really rusty. This tire is locked up. I actually drove it home the back road. Luckily, it was only a couple minute drive. I actually drove it home with no brakes, and the right rear wheel was completely locked up. So luckily it snowed, and I just used the shoulder basically and used the back road so the cover is nice. Oh, let's go around the side. Looks like there's more rust here, of course. Oh, I can't see. More rust there on the wheel wells. These tires actually aren't bad at all. I think they're some type of a snow tire. Good tread on them, so we'll definitely keep those. Really, I mean, there's nothing. It's got the 3100 in it. Everything's stock. There's nothing different on it. The interior is absolutely nasty. There's a whole bunch of stuff in it. We'll go through and do a goodies video at some point. If you don't know what a goodies video is, just when I buy a car, I always go in it and look to see what stuff is in there that the person had left behind. I know Lee left a whole bunch of crap behind. He's like, yeah, there's a half a socket set in there, and there's a vacuum, and it's like, just take all the junk. I don't care. So there's not much to show. I mean, it's snowy out. I mean, I could try to open the door here, but I mean, yeah, there's not. You can see, I mean, there's just a bunch of garbage. That's expensive nowadays, right? There's power steering fluid. This doesn't have any power steering fluid in it. There's a bunch of papers and garbage and stuff. So we'll go through it at some point. Like I said, I haven't even really looked at it. talked to him, bought it, brought it home. So I didn't even use the radio when I went home. But what's going on with this car is before all this COVID crap hit, we had a few bonfires at the house through my parents and some friends, and one of my mom's friends' husband had a few too many to drink, of course, but we were all having a good time. We were all safe. And I got talking to him about racing and stuff because he knows I race. And he said, well, hell, I'd love to do that. How much would that cost to build a car? And I'm like, well, if you're just looking to smash one up, I can easily build one for $500 or less. He was like, okay, well, build me one. I'm like, okay. So a few days later, I talked to him, when he was sober. And he still is agreeing on it, and he still wants to do it. So I've been kind of looking for a car, not really anything special, just anything that was solid enough. And this one kind of walked in and fell in my lap again, as always. So this guy's name's Mark. I don't know which eye it is. He is blind in one eye, or severely blind in one eye. You can't see at all, or just not very well. So it's gonna be kind of fun. Hopefully it's, the correct size, so where he's not going to be hitting the driver's door all the time. But anyways, he wants the Derby, so my plan is to build this for him. I know I'm going to have a build series on the Cavalier, which I kind of think I have a nickname for that. It's going to be the Fireman's Cavalier, and eventually you'll understand why. It might be a while till I explain that one. And then Willie, which I'm not going to explain too much because I don't know if this video is coming up or the Willie video is coming up sooner than later. So I'm going to have complete build series on those. This one, I don't know what I'm going to really, I'll have it on the channel, but I don't think I'm going to do a whole specific, how to build this quick gut and go car yet. I don't know. But my plan is really to just try to, if we have that race or this Derby this year for it, because who knows what the Derby season is going to be. But if I can get this done, this will probably go to the Halloween show at Bay County. If I can get it done, it'll probably end up being a couple days. I might show it stripped, a little mini updates, and I might show that I have the cage in it and it's getting ready to be painted. That's about it. I'm not planning on doing a whole build series, but maybe. I'm going to assume we're going to find out, yes, it's a go. We can go for the Halloween Derby and Halloween race, and I'm going to ask him and build it. But that's the thing, is we haven't talked too much yet on what his plans are, if he's going to race or if it's just to smash it up. So we'll find out. But at this moment, a new car to add to the collection. My thought process is more than likely, I'm going to help build it for him and whatnot. He's going to probably end up giving the car back to me, just because he lives in the city and stuff and doesn't have the means to hold a car and keep it, store it to where I do. So, but we'll figure all of that stuff out. But it's a complete car. Like I said, there's nothing different about it, nothing modified that I'd seen. It's just a stock 200,000+ mile rusty car. So there'll be more info on it later and more videos probably, but at this point, I don't even know if it'll run this year. Maybe not even next year. I don't know. As you see, Bullet's still sitting there. I haven't even started it since last summer, which is not good, but I have a few more batteries now and a little bit more time, so I might do that. So yeah, stay tuned. Not a whole lot going on, but if you haven't already, you can follow my Facebook group, Monville Racing on Facebook. I have some pictures and stuff. These pictures will be up fairly soon, probably way before this video comes out. There's pictures of Willie on there already, which you may or may not already know, and a bunch of other things going on. So I tried to keep up on it, but I'm not very good at it, so we'll see. But stay tuned. There will be more at some point on this channel. It's just slow. Once the house is done, my plan is the house is going to be done this July. I hope to God it is. Once that happens and we're settled, this channel is going to blow up. We're going to have a lot more content, a lot more time to do this type of stuff, and even as a whole different series on, you know, the shop. I'd like to get a lift put in there, maybe a tire machine, a whole lot of stuff. We also can integrate my girlfriend's vehicles in. She only has 2 at the moment, but she has a Jeep now, so you know, we can do some videos on that. We actually just installed headlights for it, and did a tune-up on her Fusion for Valentine's Day, all that stuff. So didn't video any of it, but you know, if that's some content you guys want to start seeing, because she's going to be more involved in this channel eventually, with the build series and all that type of stuff. So I'll keep in touch, or not keep in touch, but you know, comment down in the description and stuff. Keep, you know, comment down there if you want to about some stuff, what you guys might want to see. I'm trying to build this channel for a figure 8 channel, but of course derbies every once in a while too. So, but yeah, stick with me, and we'll see you on the next one.